When you have a disturbed son, a very badass child who don't listen and don't think that you can send them to jail, you bring the jail to your house. Inmate Johnson, what is your number? As you see, he has his socks and drawers, he has his towel and hygiene. He will be only coming out for what? Okay. Basically, you're on restriction. Jail, y'all don't get to have fun. You get to come out to eat. So I'm interviewing my son to share why I am super proud of him. So his girlfriend wanted to do a double date, and she set it up, and here's what happened. Okay, so your girlfriend, she wanted to set up a double date. So what did you say?
I just don't want her to pay for stuff and I'll pay for it.
You told her that you were going to pay for it?
Yeah.
Why don't you want her to pay for it?
Because I don't want her paying for stuff.
Does she cook for you?
No.
Does she clean for you?
No.
Do you care if she does any of that stuff? No. What if she says she hates to cook and clean?
I will.
I'm proud of you. My boy. Say what's up, everybody.
So.
The reason why he's in the NBA. Does he owe you? Okay.
Your kids don't owe you for nothing, homie. Whatever you pour into your children, there's no return check on that. They don't owe you for that. If they don't get up and if they don't go up and do nothing for you, they don't owe you nothing. They didn't ask to come here. Your children are a result of your choices. So they don't owe you nothing. You owe it to them.
Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA.
You gotta stop because you don't have nobody. That should make you support this even more because you know I want somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even, like I'm in love with this, all this. You know what I'm saying?
And no one's arguing that.
You know why I'm like I am with her?
Because of what you saw me go through. I already know.
No, I saw your lifestyle.
Now, I want you to see how fast this woman just changed up. You see how she thought it was about what she went through. But as a man, now, as a young man, you can say, my mom went through this, my mom went through that. But as a man, you know what Scrappy is saying? My mama went through the consequences of the choices she made. And this is the first time she's heard him say that because she had him convinced all his life that she was the way she was because of what she went through. No, you went through what you went through because of the way you were. There's a big difference in your circumstances and environment causing you to be a certain way and your attitude and outlook on life causing the circumstances that you're suffering through. There's a huge difference in that. And now here this young man is saying, listen, now let me tell you what's happening right here. Scrappy for the first time truly feels loved by a woman. He feel like Bambi really love him. He really does. And now he sees that he never felt that from his mom. You understand? Because Mama D was too busy trying to be a pimp. She was too busy trying to be a husband. She was too busy trying to be a nigga. That's what it was. She was too busy trying to be a dude. You know, too busy trying to get respect from the men. Like you see it now, man. I saw in somebody's music video, man, riding around in a pimp with a bunch of girls, man, dressed like a dude. Like that's the energy of her. And when you see an older woman with that type of energy, man, she ain't gonna never have no man. But that's that whole independent. See, that's hood independent. Now, square world independent is the woman that got 15 degrees. They all end up the same, alone. Because when you're young and attractive, there are men who will deal with it. When you get old and past the wall, nobody's gonna deal with it.
I grew up in a whorehouse. I grew up in a trap house.
Yep.
So all I knew was that. You know what I'm saying? And I love you because you held it down and like you did what you had to do. But imagine you never
A
had
child
to,
point of view.
you
how
never
you
had to
looked at
sleep
it.
with your mama 24/7 because you couldn't go in your room.
Okay.
You never had to walk in on my dope.
Yeah.
You never had to walk in on my just you know what I'm saying? The way I was raised, I had to deal with that because everything that happened, I had to deal with that. And I'm still dealing with it because ain't nobody come take me to give me no help. Ain't nobody got me no help.
Now, right there, it's time for you to get your own help, Scrap. I hope he watches this back, man, and looks at what he saw, looks at what he said, man, and say, you know what? I need some help. Like, it's up to you now to get your own help. As a man, you have to stop looking back at your past and blaming it for the way you are. Get your ass some help. If you know you need help, if you know somebody should have gotten you some help, now is your turn, is your responsibility. You can get some help now. So any of you men out there that's going through this, man, that feeling these wounds, the open wounds from your past, man, you got to go get some healing so them things will scar up, man, and stop damaging your life like this. Stop infecting every relationship you have. I'm telling you what you have to do, man, because this shit will infect your life. It will turn you into a monster in your own life. You will be the most negative aspect of your own life because you still have these open wounds that are infecting everything. You meet a woman, you think the woman, I mean, you actually have to have an energy connection with the woman. You can't capitalize on the woman willing to ride or die for you, willing to go to bat for you, willing to give everything she got to you. But you ruined that because of your open wounds from the past. They infect everything. So hopefully, man, if he feels the way he obviously loves this woman, man, he married her, they got kids together, man. He loves her. He needs to go get help, man, so he can stop tearing up his own life. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, the one thing you can never fix in your life is the shit you tear up yourself. Because when you tear up your life, you tear it up. You know, every little strand that's still holding on, you cut them all off. You cut everything. Ain't no fixing it. You know what I'm saying? You cut them tubes and burn them. You on time.
I learned about that when I got older.
Okay. So do you
know this real, cuz like this this in my head, my whole life, in my head. The I go through, I can't even go to her, she hard. I can't go to you hard. So I'm on the concrete, my granddaddy ain't that hard.
Wow.
Now I want y'all to look at every woman in this scene. This broke them all down. Every woman in this scene got tears in their eyes, except this woman. I'm talking about not one tear. This is an emotional moment. If you're an emotional man, boy, this got some tears in your eye too. Stop sniffing. Just let them out, man. Let it out. It's okay to cry if you're a man, if you're an emotional man. You got to get over that. But if you ain't got over it yet, go ahead and cry. But every woman in this scene, man, wet eyes, had to turn away from the camera. The woman has no emotion. She suppressed her emotion a long time ago. So here's a young man who didn't get the one thing that your mama can give you that helps you grow as a man. Love. When your mama can't give you love, she uses you like she uses all other men in her life. Uses you, discards you, picks you back up when she uses you again, damages all your relationships because she don't want nobody else to be able to have access to you because she need to have access to you. When she go through the relationship with these men that don't work out, she need to come love on her son again. When she go through these situations that get her in trouble and everybody abandon her, she need her son. Now he always gonna be there. This boy is damaged, man. And I'm telling you right now, the main problem with the single mom who is raising a son is this. She can't teach him how to be a man. And even worse than that, she can only take away from the energy and the strengths and the things that he needs to become that man. I'm telling you guys, man, you got to understand that your journey in life is a lonely journey when you're striving to become your most alpha version. But why are you dealing with a woman who grew up in the house with a single mom? She just as damaged as you are growing up in the house with a single mom. What you gonna do? Well, we have the same toxicity. We have the same background. Let's get together and be twice as toxic. No. If you understand the things that damage you as a man, why would you have a woman who's going through those same things? I'm not dealing with no woman who grew up in the house with a single mom, bruh. I ain't doing it. She saw everything a woman needs to see, man, to make a woman not even understand how to be a woman. I ain't doing it. A woman needs to be able to call her grandma and talk to her. She needs to be able to call her grandma and get some advice from her. And if she don't have that experience, I'm talking about when I meet her. I ain't talking about, well, all of them dead now, but I used to. I don't know that. So I need to see it. I need to hear it. It needs to be an experience that she's having right now in her life. And they all need to be married. That's just the way it is. Exactly. When you look at let's take a Beyonce. When you look at her, yeah, she was already dominating her game, but she didn't become a boss until she got with a boss. Now, granted, at a certain level in this society, when you show up to those doors, it's better to have a woman on your arms. A lot of those guys, that's just how it is. Like, they're not going to let you into the money, all the way into the money, if you don't have a family. Like, they're not going to let a man with no family all the way into the money. See, I would have with 50, he was on his way. They broke him down. He had to start back over in the TV production game. They broke him all the way down in the music game. You know what I'm saying? Eminem, he ain't trying to get in there. If you're trying to go through that next door, where you starting to run up on that billionaire status, Kanye wouldn't have got there if he ain't married somebody. But Kim is richer now because after she got with Kanye than she ever would have been by herself. So when you hear guys talk, guys are in this fantasy bubble world where they believe it takes a woman to get you to the next level. It depends on where you are to get through certain doors, but most of us are never going to get to those doors. Those doors are the doors where we talking about not people who are rarely even seen in public. You know, we talk about J and B. Come on, man. How many people you know that's on that level personally? I don't know any that's personally on that level. I don't have any billionaires on speed dial. I got some millionaires on speed dial, but I don't have no billionaires on speed dial. So we out here looking in the regular world out here, man, for real. If you're a man out here getting it, man, yes, your life is going to be better if you link up with a woman who getting money. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are some things that you're going to have to compromise. And most of us, when we get money, we don't want a woman who getting money. Like, we want a woman who can do the other things.